Hi, everybody. This is Arthur with Aday and Telos. It's November. Thanksgiving is here. Christmas is showing up, and the snow is going to be hopping on us pretty soon. But that's all right, because we got something under our sleeve. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Hey, have you ever thought about all those other planets out there that don't have anything on the outside? You ever wonder maybe inside they've got something? And that's just the crust that we're seeing? How about Earth? I have seen and read stories about what they call the hollow Earth. Wow, could you imagine? Some type of civilization or I don't know. It's kind of touchy subject, I think, but a lot of people. But today we got a special guest. I name of Colonel Billy Fay Woodruff.
Woodard.
All right. Well, you say it. Hey, will you introduce yourself and give us a little spiel about who you are?
Sure. Well, my name is Billy Fay Woodard. I'm a retired colonel from the United States Air Force.
The Air Force? Wow.
Yeah.
I bet you've seen some things up there.
Oh, yeah.
How about down here?
Yeah.
Ah. Hey, this guy's been pulling my leg all week. And I told him he has to speak up or go home. So. Hey, I know something. Let's show them that YouTube special. That'll kind of set the pace.
Go ahead.
All right? So what we're going to do is YouTube special on the Hollow Earth. It's coming up next. And that'll give you a taste of where we're going with this subject. It's not an old subject. There's been pictures of the hollow earth in different religions and well, I've seen them. And if you go on YouTube, you can see a whole bunch more. The question is there really a civilization below our feet? Now, we all know about Telos. That's kind of a prelude to what Billy's going to be talking about on a bigger scale. Telos is here in Mount Shasta, about 2,500 feet at the base of Mount Shasta. We haven't been there. Legends of Mount Shasta and a couple other books have talked about it. But today we're going to talk about the big hollow earth and how we're going to get in it. Hey, I have a book here. If you kind of focus in on this, it kind of gives a side shot of it, and behind it, you kind of have a piece that goes through. Whoop, where are we at? A piece that goes through the bottom and the. I gotta hold still. But you see the top and the bottom. And that gives you an indication that there are inlets. And here's this front piece here. And this is actually by Diane Robbins, who also talks about the Telos and the hollow earth. Well, Billy, it doesn't look like YouTube is showing up. So, it is. It is. All right. YouTube is showing. So, here it is. All right. Now that had some exciting pictures on it.
Yes.
I like that piece that you could see the swirl. Is that the North Pole, South Pole, or does it happen at both?
There is no geographical North Pole or South Pole.
No geographical. Oh, what did I say? We're looking for the North Pole. Well, all right. So the swirl doesn't go around the North Pole area. It just
What you saw were the wind currents that were going into the hollow Earth.
Oh, okay. And so is that not at the North Pole then, right?
Yeah, it's at the North Pole. But
Okay.
what I'm saying is you can't physically go to the North Pole.
Right. Okay.
You can't go to the North Pole because it's in the center of a void.
Now I understand.
Yes.
You'd be in a big hole if you went there. Hey, I still have to. I have to question this.
Go ahead.
It's just. Why don't we know about it?
Because your government don't want you to know about it.
Yeah, but we're not the only. There's more than just one government here.
That's true.
In this
And they all
world.
they're all in agreement not to let their people know.
Well, phooey. How do you know?
Because I was born there.
What? You were what? Born in the hole or in the
Inside.
inside?
Yes.
Now, do you have proof of that?
Do I have proof of that?
Yeah.
Me and my sister were brought to the surface back in 1951.
Brought to the surface in 1951.
Deposited on the surface.
Now, who brought you here?
The Hollow Earth people.
The hollow. Oh, so they were delivering you
To the surface.
to the surface. All right.
Yes.
So, what did they think that you were going to be able to do once you
Well-
were here at the service?
Our mission was to complete the mission of Admiral Byrd.
Say that
Admiral
again.
Richard Evelyn Byrd,
Okay.
United States Navy.
All right.
In February of 1947, he flew into the Hollow Earth.
Okay. Yep.
Made contact with our population and was given a message to give to the surface world. And that was that the Hollow Earth does exist.
Does exist. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. So they brought you out so you could tell them more
Spread the word about it.
about. And how old were you?
I was 5 years old.
5 years old. So you do remember some being in the Hollow Earth or being in that?
Yes, I do.
All right. Then we won't go there. But they brought you out.
Mhm.
You and your sister.
Yes.
And where were you when they brought you out? I mean, did they like put you in some great hotel or?
No.
Or
They
on
put us
a,
in an orphanage.
they put you in an orphanage.
Yes.
Well, I guess
County-
that's as good as anything.
County-
Throw your dice and see who picks you up.
County Orphanage of Wichita Falls, Texas.
Okay. And so you're there, and somebody came along and picked you out of
We were
the
adopted.
basket, and
No, not the basket.
well, the baby basket. I meant.
5 years old in a baby basket? I don't think
Well,
so.
okay, baby crib. Don't give me a hard time. I was supposed to give you the hard time. So anyway, you end up with some foster parents
Yes.
and
Adopted parents.
adopted parents.
Air-
You adopted them,
Air Force family.
Air Force family.
Yes.
And so did they know who you were at the time? Or?
No.
They had no idea.
They just knew we were extraordinary.
Special?
Special gifted, yes.
All right. So go on.
Well, we were gifted in the range of where me and my sister could communicate telepathically to each other's minds.
And how old was that?
5 years old.
5 or 8. You know, I have to say that seems to be about the key time that a lot of people develop their psychic, and that's when they start.
Especially if they're twins.
Especially what?
When they're twins.
Twins. Especially twins.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially twins.
Yes.
I could call. I was dating a set of twins. Oh, well, not both of them, but one of them.
Okay.
And her sister could say, "Oh, my sister is thinking about me."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, what is she thinking? We have this whole conversation about what the sister was thinking.
Uh-huh.
And then I said, well, when we see her next, I'm going to ask her. Sure enough, she'd be thinking. She said, oh, yeah, but that was about 11 o'clock, and I was wondering if my sister was coming home. All right, so you two had this psychic connection.
Yes.
And did anybody else know that, or just the two of you?
At the time we were in the orphanage, we were both, we didn't talk to anyone. Partially because we didn't understand the language, and partially because we didn't trust anyone to understand our gifts.
So what language would you say you spoke?
Lemurian.
A Lemurian, all right.
Yes.
Now that must be ancient.
Ancient dialect.
A dialect, yeah.
Yes.
Before Egyptian?
On the surface, way before that.
Okay. All right, go on. So, though you're adopted,
Yes.
did those people find that you were special, or?
Well, we were discovered to be special while we were in the orphanage.
Oh, okay.
We used our telepathic powers and also our telekinesis powers, clairvoyant powers, to locate a missing child in Yellowstone Park.
Wow.
And that was thousands of miles away, but we still located the missing child.
So your parents, your new parents are
Air
teaching you
Force.
anything, or are you
They were
teaching
Air
them?
Force. Taught us? No. We were more of an asset
An asset.
to them.
Now, was this the only parents you had, foster parents?
Well,
Or
after,
is this the ones that actually took you into the military?
well, I went into the military after I graduated from high school at
All
age
right.
12,
And that's the Air Force.
Air Force,
And that what year was that?
a long time ago.
Long time ago. Hey, you know, I'm asking questions.
Yes.
You have any questions? Think about it, because we're gonna open this up to you. Go on.
Okay, you figure that we came up on the surface at age 5.
Oh.
At age 5, at the age
Oh,
of 5.
okay, okay.
So you figure past this, age 6 went into the school.
Okay.
So you go add from the time we went into school to the 12th grade, and you
12th
have
grade.
the year that.
All right. So you do the math, and then I'll ask the next question. So, you're in the military.
Yeah.
Are you the only psychic in the military at that time, or
Not
did you,
psychic.
excuse me, intuitive? What would you call yourself? I mean, psychic,
Well,
intuitive?
No, I wouldn't say psychic or intuitive. No.
No? What would it be? You said you and your sister were communicating, so that's got to be.
Well, my sister went home at age 9.
Okay.
Went back home to Hollow Earth.
Now, who paid the ticket for that one?
The Hollow Earth people came and picked her up because
Picked
her
her
life
up.
was in danger.
I knew there was a flying saucer there somewhere.
Yeah.
So anyway, you're in the military. What are you doing there? What's your feeling that you need to do? What's your mission?
When I went into the military, I was stationed at the Pentagon, and then from the Pentagon, I became sent to Nellis Air Force Base, Nevada.
Nevada.
And
Hey,
took us to Area 51.
is that Area 51?
Yes, it is.
Okay, you guys, we got it. We got the fish and the hook. Area 51.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to open this up to some questions.
Okay.
Who wants to come up first? Come sit over here. Don't walk in front of the camera. Now, I knew he was from 51 because I just had that feeling. Because he's wearing this headband on his head that he must be. What is that headband for?
This headband is for bringing your subconscious and conscious minds into one mind thinking instead of dual-minded.
All right. So, you have some questions here.
Yes, I do.
Don't make them easy. Introduce yourself first.
I'm Wayne Kingsbury. I've been living in Mount Shasta the past 30 years, and I've been reading about the Hollow Earth since 19 76.
All right, now ask him some questions. Then.
Go ahead.
He's from there.
It is my understanding that our government authorized you to fly a flying saucer that was back engineered by our government with alien technology.
Yes.
So my question is, have you flown this into the hollow earth from the surface here, or from Telos into the hollow earth, or have you flown it up through the North Polar opening into the hollow earth, or both?
When I was flying the craft, there was Air Force, back engineered ship.
Yes.
My instructor was a Zeta Reticulum. And we didn't fly into hollow earth at all. We flew, we came out at night and we played tag with the Nellis Air Force jets, things of this nature. And also, the ship also had time travel capability. So we went up to 2030 to see what the Earth looked like at that time.
And what was it like?
There was no New York City. It was all jungle.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not either.
You said it was what?
All jungle.
All jungle. Well,
Manhattan Island was a complete paradise.
Huh.
And the ship came up alongside us from that era and asked us where we were from. We told them. They said, you must return to your own time. You cannot stay in the fifth dimension for very long.
That was going to be my next question, if you were always in the third dimension, or if you changed into other dimensions.
When we went into the future, it was fifth dimension.
Were you in your physical body and then your body just transformed into the fifth dimension?
We were in the ship. And
Yes,
it went into the fifth dimension.
Did your body feel any changes?
Hardly any at all.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Any other question? Anybody else? Anybody else has one? Come on up around the camera. Do you have any other?
Just one brief question.
Sure.
I've heard recently that our secret government beamed HARP energy into Telos, and now the Telos people have moved out. And I was very skeptical in hearing
Actually, no, they have not.
that.
They're
Does not
still
surprise
there.
me. Yes.
See, Telos is part of the Agarthian network,
Yes, I know.
and it also has a force field around the city. So there's no way that your government could even think about entering into Telos unless they were invited.
That's pretty much what I expected to be the truth,
All right.
That's the
contrary to what information
What you've
I
heard.
had heard
Yes.
recently.
Yes.
Hey, I want to warn you. Don't believe everything a channel tells you unless it resonates in your heart first.
I understand that. I know
Yes.
that.
If there's a question about something that somebody says, then that's what you want to ask. Either ask somebody else, or you go inside and ask.
Yes, I know.
Okay. All right, come on down. Thank you very much.
Hi.
I would like you to introduce yourself, and then we have probably 2 minutes for your questions. So go ahead and.
Although I don't think mine are going to be that long.
All right.
I just want to well, first of all, I'm Joy Hunt Germain, and I know Billy through the teleconference originally that he has on Saturday about
Every other Saturday.
approximately
Tell
every
just
other
briefly
Saturday.
about that.
Oh, yeah.
Saturdays.
Every other Saturday, I give a teleconference.
All right.
I talk, and then my father comes through and he talks. And he is a resident of Hollow Earth, and also my father, my real father.
And then your question.
Zora.
Yes.
Yeah.
And my website and web address and also website will be on your
All right.
thing.
Right. And Billy channels Zora, who's in Inner Earth at the time.
Hollow Earth.
Hollow Earth.
All right.
There's a difference between them.
Would you? That's one of my what I wanted to ask you. What is the difference between hollow Earth and inner Earth then? Because I'd always thought
Okay.
they were the same thing.
Hollow Earth is where the central sun is located. The core of your planet is the central sun, 600
Okay.
miles across, and it shines out through the polar openings called reflects off of ice crystals called crystalline, which reflects back to the Earth as a halo of light. That's your northern lights.
Oh.
And the inner Earth is in the Earth's crust. There's 7 different civilizations 800 miles beneath your feet. Within the
Okay.
Earth's crust.
Yeah,
That's a
not,
The
lot
Earth's
not
crust
sure
is
I-
800 miles thick, and within that Earth's crust is 7 different type of civilizations.
How many levels are in that Earth crust then that you're talking about?
Well, your Earth's crust is not in levels. It's
Oh.
just in different
Dimensions?
no, not
No,
different
no, no.
dimensions. It's like a different. Well, I guess you could say different levels. At different depths down, there's a different type of civilization. Starting from the crust, at the top of the crust, all the way down to the inner.
Sounds
inner
like the
side of
Matrix to
Earth shell.
me.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay,
Different
I want to make
levels.
sure I understand because that's the part that confused me the most. I
Right.
thought I had understood it, and I
Well, see,
found out I didn't.
I guess you could always you could say hollow Earth and inner Earth are still inner Earth because it's underneath your feet, so it could be construed as inner Earth as well. But the hollow Earth itself, to me, means I lived there, was separate from the inner Earth,
Okay,
which is in the Earth's crust.
right. So the most inner part again is the inner Earth where the sun shines. Of course,
The hollow Earth,
Okay, the hollow Earth.
yes.
The inner Earth. Now you were just saying that didn't represent the levels, right? And I've
Right.
always heard it described as levels.
Well, I guess you can construe it as levels, but I just say different depths of the crust.
Okay.
I don't classify it as levels because there's 7 different types of civilizations within the Earth's crust, and it's not on any particular level.
All right, we're gonna have to hold it
Okay.
there. I'll let you two carry on that conversation after the show. Billy,
Yes.
when can we have you back? We're gonna do a series with
Well,
this
that's-
now. Now that we have you, we're gonna do a series. And if you can't come here, you can send me stuff.
Yes, I can.
All right. So I want to close. Thank you very much. This is Arthur with Aday and Telos with our super guest, Billy Fay. And, he's going to come back or he's going to send us some stuff. If you have questions, you can go to his website. Say your website.
HollowEarthNetwork.com.
And that way you can look him up personally and ask your question about the hollow earth. Is it really there?
Yes, it is.
I think it is. And I think we have some searching to do for it. I want to say goodbye for now, and we'll see you in December. This is Arthur Aday with Aday in Telos, seen all around the world.